We need funding, basically. That's the main thing we need.
Funding for?
Funding for entire infrastructure.
How much funding do you need?
We're looking for $500,000.
And what are you willing to give up for $500,000?
For what percentage?
25%.
How much do you make off this $19.99?
Those plans cost us $1 a year.
So the company that you reinsure for makes $1 a year off of this and does all the work?
Yes, there may be some profit in it, but there's not much.
And it's a horrible business.
I think Brandon Todd is probably the best fit for this personally.
He already said he was out.
He may come back in.
He's sitting over here drinking coffee.
I'll open back up. Should I make an offer? I'm nervous. Here's my offer.
My name is Cody Askins. I own and operate multiple seven-figure businesses, and this is Agency Investors.
So we're looking for a $50,000 investment for 10% of the company.
The stakes are high and the opportunities are even higher. 5 titans of the insurance industry are here to make or break the dreams of ambitious agents.
Tell me you talked to your partner before you came about specifics.
I'm out. Thank you anyway.
Meet Brandon Todd, a risk-taking visionary who revolutionized the insurance industry. Edward Pritchett, a master of networking and recruitment. Cassidy Arabelli, a strategic genius with a proven record of empire building. And Dr. Billy Williams, an analytical mastermind renowned for his ability to identify potential where others see none.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Ooh, my nerves are still just kind of...
Here at Agency Investors, these giants of the game don't just invest in companies, they invest in people.
So you don't need any money?
Oh, no, I got... yeah, I do.
Can I stop you?
Go ahead.
Dude, I love you, Robert. You're driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, let me shut up.
They're on the lookout for the next big thing in insurance. Their time is valuable, and they're ready to invest.
We want to invest. We've got the funds, we've got the resources.
The goal of this is to help you in some way.
I'm ride or die with
I will
this.
give you $1 for 100% of your business, but you can't come with it.
Our entrepreneurs today must impress them, not just with their ideas, but with their drive, their passion, and their willingness to push the limits. This is Agency Investors.
I am Tom Simpkins from Elliston, Montana. I'm here to present the Sequoia Funeral Concierge and funeral plans. We've already launched the product. It's already actually going really well. Just need to take it to the next level. Just confident about it. I know what we have worked. It's already working. The reception, whenever we pitch it to anybody, it always goes really well. They almost always buy from us. So feel very confident about it. How you doing, everyone? I'm Tom Simpkins. Came out here from Montana, originally from Los Angeles, but escaped that world. I'm a country boy now, up in the mountains. But I'm here to talk to you guys about my company that I already have up and running called Sequoia Services. We do funeral concierge plans and funeral plans that are not insurance products, but they complement insurance. Been an insurance agent since 2012, agency owner for about 10 years. Company I started with, they had a concierge plan that was included in their final expense product, which I sold for many years. And when I left them, went to the brokerage world, I was kind of like, where's the gimmick? When I was out selling policies, where's the value add? So I always wanted the gimmick. So a couple years, development, talking to companies and whatnot. We found a company that did it, became director of the company, or a director of the company, and we helped them redesign their products. And we now have a concierge plan. We have a funeral concierge. We have a standalone funeral plan that will pay for a funeral or cremation for one person. And we have family funeral plans that will cover 4 to 8 people, families, internationally for one simple price with no underwriting. And we don't even need a social security number. They are not insurance products. There's no beneficiary. It's more of a membership-based service. So what we've done is we've kind of started with the concierge plan and we brought it to carriers and IMOs. We already have one carrier who has embedded it into their product. We have...
They're in the pipe or they're...
All in the pipeline, yes.
Got it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
GTL, the contract is...
GTL, we're signing them today. Just waiting for it to show up. We've already got them done. Attorneys, they step in and it just takes forever. You forgot to dot this I, but anyway, yeah, we should be signing that contract today. And that is just one particular method of distribution for one of our particular products. We already have a couple IMOs, agencies selling it this way, that way. We want to take this, one, we need to be able to handle our volume. That's the first. It's exceeding what my partner and I are capable of doing. We're still doing everything kind of with jot forms and a basic CRM, and it's becoming a logistical nightmare. We also have organizations, companies, and associations such as Tyson Foods. They have 122,000 employees. They want to add either our concierge and or our funeral plan as an employee benefit. So if they say we want it, we have no way of fulfilling 122,000 employees all at once. We have found the software for everything. We have everything in line to do everything. We just need help doing it.
If they came to you and said, we would like to do that, what would you say?
To Tyson, I would say, when's the next open enrollment? And let's do it then.
It's next month.
I would say, let's try for the next one.
Got it.
We're working at, I've already put them off once.
So you're, okay.
So what is your need?
Got it.
The technology?
Well, the technology's kind of there. We need funding, basically. That's the main thing we need.
Funding for?
Funding for entire infrastructure.
What outside the technology, what is that infrastructure that you're needing?
Technology, branding, marketing, social media. Because we can also take this to the consumer. Again, it's not an insurance product, so it can be marketed to anybody online as well.
Well, who is your target? Like, who is the client that you want to have that's simplest to work with, that's going to lead to the highest margins for you?
The highest margins are probably going to be selling it to direct to consumer, either via the internet or agents in the field selling it direct.
Okay. What's the simplest market to get to?
Simplest market is basically what we're doing now, talking to carriers and have them do it. We're already doing that. We've been doing that for quite some time. And
most people don't say simpler and carriers in the same sentence, but
or fast.
How much funding do you need?
We're looking for 500,000. 500,000.
And what are you willing to give up for 500,000?
For what percentage?
Well, it depends on what your strategy is. You looking to stay in? You want to, is there an exit strategy?
just assume we were going to stay in.
Oh, you want to stay in? 25%.
How much revenue have you already generated?
So far this year, we're at 140,000, and we should be, and that's purely with the concierge plans to carriers.
And that's gross.
That's gross, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's not gross, but it is gross.
Talk to me about the product. What's this? What is funeral concierge?
Okay,
exactly?
so a funeral concierge, I'll give you an example. Okay to speak morbidity
Yes.
here? Okay. Well, let's say you're on a cruise with your husband in the Mediterranean, okay? And your husband chokes on a shrimp, he's gone, okay? The next port is the island of Malta. Well, congratulations, that's where you and your husband are getting off and staying, okay? You don't get to finish the cruise, sorry.
Well, that'd be weird.
I know, it's strange.
Maybe not.
Don't eat the shrimp. So
He would want you to finish vacation for sure.
yeah, he's not gonna know. You have his credit card, right? So
Got my own credit card.
oh, there you go. Sorry, of course. Now, what are you going to do in that situation? Okay, how are you going to get home? How are you going to get him home? That's when you would call us, and we will actually take care of all the paperwork, customs, repatriation, getting you and your husband back to the United States or wherever his final resting place is legally going to be. And then we would do all the work to get him into customs in the United States, get him shipped to wherever his final resting place is going to be, help you arrange all the funeral, do everything. We don't want you to have to be burdened or your family burdened with any of that, nor have a funeral home taking advantage of you, and try to take all the insurance money, or deal with customs overseas, which can have issues, complications.
And you're going to do that internally?
We do all that internally, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah. So the company that we represent our reinsurer for it, they've been doing this over 30 years.
How much do people pay for this?
That plan, which covers the primary, the concierge, which covers the primary, and then 9 additional family members for free. Mind you, we'll do 10 complete funerals. Arranged it, not paying for anything for that one.
So if 10 people die on a cruise ship in Malta, then you'll bring them all back?
We'll do all the work for all of them.
What if they die in their local community?
Then they're on their own. No, I'm just kidding. we help them anywhere.
You're just helping with arranging everything. It doesn't include the extra costs or anything like that.
The concierge just does all the work.
This is how much?
That's $19.99 a year.
And are you making money on the back end of this, or?
$2,000?
$1,999.
No, $19.99.
Okay.
Are you bringing in revenue on the back end when you coordinate the funerals, or are you?
They do that sometimes. I have nothing to do with that profit though. I am just on the sales part, selling it to people directly.
So it's actually a third party. That reinsurer is the one who's actually doing all this background
Yes,
work.
yes.
It's not you and your partner picking up the phone,
Correct.
calling Malta, this, that, and that.
Correct.
So they've been doing this. You are representing their product in that sense.
We have the exclusive distribution all of North
You're a
America.
reseller of their...
Yes.
How much do you make off this $19.99?
Those plans cost us $1 a year.
So the company that you reinsure for makes $1 a year off of this and does all the work?
Yes. That's one of the things they do.
So let's be straight. This is a lead generation for people who are selling funeral services, right?
It can be. We don't want to replace insurance.
In the end, behind this, not you, but what they're doing is they're getting people to pay in and all that. So when the funeral time comes, they get to be the salespeople. They get to sell the services. They concierge service, which means they're selling and they're building in the service.
There's no way they're profitable off $1 a year.
Right.
Okay, so with the concierge, there may be some profit in it, but there's not much. But yes, you're right. It is a lead generation to get access to get.
It's a horrible business if there's no profit in it. Why would everyone go to all of this trouble to get marketing and have people come here and do all this if there's not much profit in the back end? I mean, this is big insurance companies. This is a big reinsurance company. They may have a million ways to make money. Why would they do all this to not make much money?
What he's saying is they got to be profiting off the data after the fact.
So when they sell the concierge, they have that person and 9 other people that they can market to sell funeral plans.
Correct. That's exactly what he was saying.
To sell the funeral plans.
Selling the funeral plans, yes.
Which is different than the concierge service.
The concierge just is a concierge service. It doesn't pay for anything, it does the work. Our funeral plans have the concierge built into it, so it will do all that. We isolated the concierge.
And where do those leads go?
They market them. They market them to sell the funeral plans.
The reinsurance company themselves?
Yes.
The reinsurance company has a direct consumer agency that sells these people?
They give all that to us.
They give that back to you?
So if anybody calls Nazer and says, hey, I want information, they get it all sent to us.
This is way too convoluted. I think you got a good deal. The deals you're signing, all that, sounds great. Looks like you got a future. You got a company to build on top of that, it looks like. So you got a long journey ahead of you, and I don't see how I can add much value, so for that reason, I'm out. Okay.
Yeah, I think and you're doing a good job, but I do think we're having a little trouble understanding.
So you're an agency?
We are an agency, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so why do you need $500,000 then if you're already an agency?
We can't match our demand.
Well, you're giving it a $2 million valuation, so how long is it going to take you, based on where you are today, to actually make $2 million?
If we get all the contracts signed just with the carriers this year, we'll be over $1 million by the end of the year.
So why haven't you gone to a bank?
I was just going to ask that question. I was
like, with all this money and everything going on, I mean, you're making $1 million at the end of the year. Why not just go to a bank?
Yeah, well, a bank has no idea what we're doing.
Tom, I mean, I think that I like the plan. I've always looked at, in being in life insurance for 15 years now, it's having those ancillary products that are easy to attach on definitely does help with persistency and can help with sales, depending on how it's presented. I think what you have, like I represent SBLI, and I know that's there, and I love the fact that it's on there.
The Sequoia, yeah.
For me, I don't think this is a play for me right now, personally, because what you're needing is people to help you with process and marketing. And I think there's other people sitting right here that are much better at that than, I could connect you with some carriers, but it sounds like you already got those connections, and once you get one, the others start to line up for you.
We're building our resume, yeah.
Yeah, but for that reason, I think from what I'm gathering, this is definitely a strong play on the carrier side, and I really like it on the employee benefits side. But definitely not in my wheelhouse, so I'm gonna be out for that reason.
No problem.
I think Brandon Todd is probably the best fit for this personally.
He already said he was out.
I know, but
he's just sitting over here.
He may come back in.
He's sitting over here drinking coffee.
I'll open back up. What do you need? What do you need internally, structurally? You have a E123 platform, which just having the platform is the beginning of your problems with that. You know, what do you need structurally to build the back-end architecture to be scalable, to take it to, you know, where you can accept those 100,000 clients and the PMPMs for large affinity groups?
Yeah, you know, marketing, a couple employees, that's pretty much it. We've gone through that software pretty thoroughly with the developers and everything. And
do you have your own developers, or
we're
their developers?
Using their developers, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay, so you're going to get a few employees to manage the software. It's supposed to turnkey your process. Now, can I come in and sign up my 100,000 person affinity group tomorrow once that's enacted?
Yeah. Okay,
so then that'll be scalable and working through. You'll have some hiccups, but you think you have a couple people to do it.
What are you thinking?
Tell us what you're thinking. Here's my offer. Should I make an offer? I'm nervous.
I'm available for dinner tonight if you want to talk more.
Yeah. All right, here's my offer. I will give you $20,000 for 15% equity in the business. I will ride with you the entire way through your technology onboarding process, and and if I replace it, then I stay in. If I cannot, then I will remain on as a consultant and as a board member at 10%.
Okay. And then, so just for clarification, above and beyond the capital, if you could tell me one more time, what exactly will you be doing?
Basically, I'll help you build your back end, your technology.
Okay. So I don't need that other software. You'll be replacing that?
I'll either replace it.
Okay.
Or if there's some chance that it's better to go with that for your specific thing, which it's a 5% chance that would be true, then I would cut my equity portion down to 10%.
Okay.
And just stay on and help you as a consultant as we go forward. So.
Gotcha. And then as far as contacts and whatnot, is there any carriers you can put us in front of?
I mean, I have direct contracts with over 15 different carriers, IMO contracts.
You mentioned
Medicare.
Some work
with that.
That dude knows them all.
Gotcha. Yeah, if we're going to get to Medicare, I can get you in front of all of those. Paid on it.
So your offer is 20 grand for 15%, helping out with all the tech. If you can't replace the tech, you remain on at 10% as a consultant and a board member.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay, and then what's your timeline? As far as giving me money and starting and helping.
I mean, if you got people signing contracts and you got flow coming in, then we better get to work.
So Tom, what would you like to do, sir?
Well, am I forced to make a yes or no right now?
Gotta tell us something.
Okay.
Gotta tell Brandon something.
Very interested in that. Of course, I do have a partner who's not here. Got to go over it with him. Got to talk to the wife.
Tell me you talked to your partner before you came about specifics.
I'm out.
Oh, of course.
I'm out.
Of course I did.
I'm out. Thank you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but good. If you're not able to make the decision, then we'll maybe talk offline some other time.
Okay. Yeah. So how do I get in touch with you?
That's easy.
I can connect you guys.
Okay. Okay.
I think the carrier plays big. I think what you're doing is special. Hammer home. Go make millions of dollars, help tons of agents through the carrier.
No matter what, stay with the embedding role. Don't go direct to consumer, direct to agent.
And the good news is you're going to be successfully the way without our money. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Good to meet you all. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Tom. See you, brother.
Listen to what they all had to say as far as their suggestions, which I agree with. There's certain parts of our growth and development that we can put off. That's just kind of a time waste and isn't producing as much income. It was good to get just, some ideas from experienced people and, some disinterested third-party advice. And then did get an offer. So It's a little different than we were looking for.
I've got two thoughts real quick.
That would have been a horrible deal for him to take if that's really what he's looking to make.
Yeah, it would be good for me, but the value I would bring would make everything possible for him. Yeah, so it'd be a good deal.
So going to entertain that offer and talk to my business partner about it and see if we're going to move forward.
Surely, I mean, gosh dang, I don't want to ever put myself in a position where I can be in front of people and not make a decision without talking to a business partner. You know what I mean? Business partner or spouse. Like that bothers me.